I know everyone heard of shows like House of Cards and Veep, and even though you haven't watched it probably, well at least I hope you haven't, you probably know the popularity of the political drama show that's had since The West Wing. Frankly myself, I find them as boring as hell going through them. The only reason I got through half of the first season of House of Cards is due to knowing an extra of the show and Kevin Spacey's Bolsum bass narrating most of that show. But alas, I could go no further. That's why I was surprised to find myself enjoying a show that seems so similar to them. I guess what those shows were missing for me were brain-eating ants from outer space. That truly made it interesting for me. Now, I'm not going to try to review the show since I'm sure that a lot of critics are already doing that before the show's first season's even over. What I'm doing in this video is explain that I like the concept so far, and I like the show, and mainly how it's a spoof in general political dramas. But the main crux, the main reason I like the show is it tries to have an explanation of what's wrong with freaking politics in Washington. All politicians, all politics in general, the far left and right, moderates are okay for the most part though. With all the craziness going over the years, government shutdown, some political campaignist going against his own bill, against Obama's national health care, and this freaking shit with Hillary versus Trump that I don't even want to freaking get into, because it's going to be one of them, because no third party stands a chance in any election. I'll be surprised if they do. In fact, it'll be a Jesus miracle on that account. As far as I can tell in this series, there's a meteorite from space, and either it mutated ants or brought ants to a place near DC, where these ants, or they call them screwworms, crawl around, find a person. Seems to like in the political party, probably because they don't have much in their head already, and it seems like anyone who has a thought of their own head explode when these ants try to get into it. But moving on to bigger and better theories about this, other theories on what could be wrong with politicians. This show spurned theories of what's wrong with these people, and I feel I should explore it a little. Yes, I agree, alien ants from space, or modified from space, taking over host heads is a little far-fetched. Amusing, but as I said, a reach. It could be easier for aliens to just outright replace our senators, representatives, and president. Or they could just use their superior technology to brainwash them and control them that way. Or via radio waves. Who knows what technology those crazy kooky aliens got up their butts. For that matter, why would it have to be aliens doing this? It could be radiation or gamma mutations in native earthbound life forms taking control of American politicians in the government to stop our own stupidity. Polluting the earth, destroying the rainforest. Humans do a whole bunch of destructive stuff even without the counts of if we went into a nuclear war, which would go from destructive to catastrophic. So I have no quarrels with the idea that some catastrophe that mankind has done has brought in on these radioactive creatures that want to destroy us, or maybe even Mother Nature has finally reacted to protect herself. At least hypothetically. Or As the show seems to be hinting at, these creatures are getting the two faction system to turn against each other in a mutually sure destruction, sort of like America and the Soviet Union. Well, I'm done with this, what I have on the script from here, so all the rest is just going to be off the top of my head, so be prepared if you want to listen on. Frankly, the show gives these politicians a reason to be fighting with each other. Otherwise, other than the pure corruption of power, what reasons do Democrats and Republicans have to be at each other's throats, besides the desire for the all-consuming power? Is it really such a far stretch to think aliens or secret societies or the Illuminati, I don't freaking know, has some control over these two factors ruling our lives with their freaking petty bickering and squabbling? I'm sure it would take a much smarter and more better man than me to understand the science of politics. As for me, I just enjoy the show.